Hu Agilui is the revelation of the essence of God, the giver of the Torah. The whole idea of the month of Nisan is the preparation for the giving of the Torah, the revelation of God's essence. The first commandment, they're given to all the Jewish people. That's when it comes to Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Ein mavirim et hashana. We do not make an extra month. Right? We explained this in the beginning of the Maimer, that because the Jewish calendar goes according to the sun and also according to the moon, so it ends up that if you go according to the sun, what does it mean according to the sun? According to the sun means that the months always occur in certain seasons, certain time of the year. Especially the month of Nisan always has to appear in the spring. Chodesh Aviv. If you go only according to the moon, like for instance the Arabs do, then the month can sometimes, the same month can appear, I don't know the names of the month, but let's say the month of whatever it is, Buma or something, can appear sometimes in the winter and sometimes in the summer. They have this holiday Ramadan. Sometimes it comes in the middle of the winter and sometimes in the middle of the summer because they go only according to the moon. On the other hand, the European and American calendar that goes only according to the sun. The first day of June, of July, it has nothing to do with if the moon is full, if it's empty. It has nothing to do. But the Jewish calendar goes according to both. The months always start in the beginning of the moon, when there's a brand new moon. But also the months have to appear in the certain holidays, so it gets out of sync. So once every 4 years, they make what we call an extra month. Extra month. Ma'avirim. It used to be they made this extra month according to the Sanhedrin. People would come in and they would see the month. They would make an extra month anyway. Sanhedrin. We don't do that anymore. We make an extra month. And that extra month has to be the last month of the year, of the months of the year. Adar. As soon as it comes in the first day of Nisan, you cannot add an extra month. You cannot add an extra month. If the Adar you can. It's a question if you can do it the last day of Adar. But anyway, in Adar you can make an extra month. Not in Nisan. That's what it says. When it comes in Adar, when it comes Nisan, you cannot make another month. What does that mean? Ki, Bechinas Shana, the whole idea of a year, who or a Shayach L'Olamot. The Shana comes from the language of Shinoi, change. That is the light of God which creates the worlds and keeps the worlds in existence. Everything is different. You ever notice in the world, everything is different. Even if you say all the atoms are the same, but they're all in a different place. I don't know if they're exactly the same. I guess they must be, but anyway. I imagine there's some small difference. But if no other difference, there is a difference between the place where they are. Every amoeba is different, every this, if for no other reason than the place where they are. Because this drawing down of the light of God to create the world, Hu al yedei Allah's man, it comes by means of our work, raising up energy from below. Mavirim et hashana, therefore we can add an extra month. L'tzorich bichdei shetehei Allah's man ketikuno, in order that the work of the Jews will be as it should be. The months have to appear, the holidays have to appear in the certain months. So there's what the Jews do. This is for Jewish service of God. Right? You want to eat matzah. When are you going to eat matzah? Pesach. When does Pesach occurs? Nisan. If Nisan sometimes occurs, and when does Nisan occur? What do you mean? Whenever it occurs. You count 12 months. And Nisan is no, it doesn't work like that. If you count 12 months, then sometimes Nisan is going to be in the middle of the winter, sometimes it's going to be in the summer. You'll be eating the Pesach offering, and you'll be eating matzah on the wrong date. Right? It's like if a person fasts for Yom Kippur, it does all the holidays at once. All the holidays at once. Right? Comes Rosh Hashanah, and he takes a lulav and esrog, and he fasts, and he blows the shofar, and he reads the Megillah. Does it all at once. What do you care? Right? I'm serving God. I want to get it out of the way. Right? I'll get it out of the way, and so I'll do it. You can't do that. Every holiday has to be exactly in the right time. That's what's called alas man, raising up feminine waters, Maya Nukvan, raising up feminine waters, raising up energy from this world. And the Zohar talks about it, Shir Hashirim of the King Solomon, Song of Songs. It's talked about masculine and feminine. God is always masculine because that's the aspect of coming down, like the rain. And earth, like Mother Earth, is coming from below to above. It's receiver. That's called raising up feminine waters from below to above. That's the service of the Jews, and it has to be done in the right time. You can't do whatever you want to, when you want to. Lochein, therefore, Keshiyagia Rosh Chodesh Nisan, when there comes the month of Nisan, then it means that we cannot decide the months anymore. It's not from below to above. Hagilui da'atzmos or ein sof. This is the revelation of the essence of God. Milamayla, from above. Me'etru Mishalamayla me'etru tata. Is a revelation of God from above, which is higher than anything we can do from below. God himself does it. Like it says, the Jews got out of Egypt. Only God himself could have done it. The Jews could not have done it by their own efforts. That's what a miracle is. A miracle is something that God does alone. That's the month of Nisan. Therefore, there is no connection to the year. The year means changes. And the month of Nisan is something that's unchangeable. It's a revelation of the essence of God. Kamavur Baruch, like it's explained in the mimer of the Rebbe Rashab. V'zeu gam ma shechodesh Nisan. Why the Chodesh Nisan is the month of Geula, is the month of redemption. It says the month when Mashiach will change everything. The Nisan nig'alu, in Nisan atinim legael. That in Nisan we were redeemed, and in Nisan we are going to be redeemed. The Mashiach is already here. The Lubavitcher Rebbe is the Mashiach. But what we need is the Geula. It certainly is not here yet. We see there's a lot of troubles, a lot of ignorance, a lot of confusion, especially by the Jews in the world. The future redemption is going to be something that God is going to make such revelations, changes, benefits, amazing things that people are going to really start reconsidering, right, what their identity as a Jew is. People are going to start, and the world is going to consider what really are the Jewish people. And they're going to see the Jewish people are God's people. God really exists. We should do what God wants. God is really creating us, really. He's really creating us. It's just not an idea or some sort of a, what do we call it, a psychological problem. What do they call it? A condition.
Delusion.
Huh?
Delusion.
A delusion. Ein ma'avirim b'nisan nigalu. B'nisan we will be redeemed. K'inyan ha'geula, the whole thing of the redemption means lo yikanef od morecha. We will not have to be taught anymore. God will not be concealed from us. Lo yikanef will not be hidden from you anymore. Morecha, your teacher, means God. In other words, the giver of the Torah. The Torah is the teaching, but we don't see God behind the Torah. We will see godliness in the Torah. Hagilu da'atzvus or sof, the revelation of the essence of God without any garments. In other words, we will see not only the godliness in the world, we'll see the godliness in the Torah. We'll see the whole purpose of this amazing, miraculous creation. We'll feel that everything is a miracle. We'll be happy just to be alive and happier to serve the creator of the universe. Yehi ratzon shekol zeh, that all this will be mimehera b'yom mamash, that it will be quickly and really the Chodesh Nisan of this month, this Shabbos. That's it. V'ne'echal sham min zavachim and pesachim. We'll eat then in the Beis HaMikdash, which says the Beis HaMikdash is already ready. It'll come from heaven. How this is possibly going to be, I have absolutely no idea. But it says the Beis HaMikdash is ready. How much do you think the Beis HaMikdash must weigh? I mean, I have no absolutely idea, but let's say minimum 3 million tons. Now there's a building which is 3 million tons, which is waiting somewhere up in heaven. No one has seen this building. The astronauts have not seen it. right? Pictures of the world from above. Aviators have not seen it. Radar has not detected it. But it's there, a building of 3 million tons at least. I don't know. Somebody can make an estimation and correct me. And this building, all of a sudden, it's there, just waiting for something, and it'll come, pop, and it'll be there. And then everyone will go in to the point where it says there's even a law that says that Kohanim are not allowed to serve in the Holy Temple drunk. It's a law. A Kohen is not allowed to serve in the Holy Temple drunk. Therefore, there's a law that today Kohanim are really not supposed to get drunk. Because any second, the Holy Temple, it's a law. Any second, the Holy Temple can come and they'll be called to do service. They'll be called to do service. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. For sure it's going to happen. There's no doubt it's going to happen. It says in the whole tab. And how is it going to happen? By means of our work now, 37th chapter of the Tanya. Look there and see. By means of our work now that we do now, it purifies the world, makes the world ready for this amazing revelation of Mashiach now, Geula now, truth now. That the world will just see what the truth of the world is. I mean, you have to understand, there was a movement that was called communism. There was a history, look in your history books, you'll see, there was a thing called communism. There still exists a little bit in Israel and America, trying to renew it. The communism swept over Russia, China. I don't know the history of China, but Russia, it was just an idea that everyone is going to work and everyone will receive, there will be no need. People will not be hungry. People will not have anything. Everyone will receive according to their needs, and they'll work according to their abilities. This idea swept, it so appealed to people, and it swept across all of Russia. Hundreds of millions of people were taken by this idea. They were inspired by it, motivated by it, only by an economic idea. An economic idea. Well, Mashiach, that's exactly what Mashiach is going to bring. Right? But infinitely more than that, not just economically. Right? That's the big problem of communism. Even if it did solve economically the problems, but what about personally? What about spiritually? People have spirits. People have needs, spiritual needs, meaning. People want meaning. People want love. People want ingenuity. People want care. That people want to feel responsible. Right? And all these things communism didn't really deal with. Maybe responsibility to certain
communism saw people as like pieces on a chessboard. You move them around, but they're not pieces. They're real people.
Right.
Mashiach can move them around.
Right. There has to be in the communism, and the ideally is that the government controls everything. Government controls everything. Socialism is like a step to that. But that's not humanity. People don't want to be controlled. Even so I'll get everything that I need. But sometimes there's a person that you...
Sounds like anarchism.
What? Like what?
Anarchism.
No, anarchism.
Yeah.
Anarchism. No, in a way it's exactly the opposite.
In a way it's the same.
But you're right. In a way it's the same. And so to get to that, that's what it came out in the end. It came out in the end that there was just murder all over the place. That Stalin murdered, they say, up to 50 million people, and Mao Zedong murdered up to 100 million people.
It's all great lies. There's got to be a little bit of truth in it.
Of course, and that's what so all I'm talking about is, the reason I'm saying this is not to badmouth the communism and everything. That's not the point. The point is that those ideas are really part of the human needs. People really do have financial, economic needs, and they want to express themselves and to be useful, right? To work. People want to work. The idea of Mashiach is that people will really work according to their true abilities, not only their physical abilities and their emotional abilities, but their spiritual abilities also. So the world will be a meaningful place, and that ends this mimer. We are not going to begin the next mimer, so we can make a short break. What time is it?